What's going on, everybody? It's your boy MrMelvinnTV coming back to you with another one. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. I'm sure all you guys have heard about the whole Marvin Sapp thing about close the doors and hey, I want $40,000 and I want people online to donate all this money and all this other stuff with these prosperity preachers. A lot of you've already seen it. I'm bringing my version of it. All right, I'm gonna come and give you a few other examples as well of these false prophets, man, and wolves in sheep's clothing. Let's get started with this Marvin Sapp one first. Let's go.
The cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight.
Now I'm gonna say this, man. God does not need money. All this stuff is His. I mean, the whole plane we live on is His. He can decide to destroy it if He wants to. He can decide to make it flourish. He can decide to change things. You cannot buy your way into heaven, guys. You can't do it. You cannot do it. There's a reason for that scripture. With the camel through the eye of the needle and all that for a rich man to get into heaven. There's a reason for that scripture. You're not going to be able to buy your way into the kingdom. You can't. God is not some kind of genie to where if you do give this pastor all your cheese to where you're going to start being blessed. Guess what? You can tithe however you want to, man. You know the people on the corner with the signs like need food, blah, blah, blah. You know, even if they don't need it and you reach out your window and hand them $10, $20, $100, whatever. Who cares what they do with it? You've done your part and you gave with your heart. You can tithe however you want to. You can give somebody some clothes that you don't wear anymore and they may be your same size. Instead of you taking them down to the Goodwill or whatever and they're just going to resell them, you could just give them to someone. And they can wear those clothes. That's if they don't mind wearing them. You can tithe any way you want to. You don't have to tithe just by handing money over to a church. You don't have to do that, guys. You know, and here's another example. Look at this damn Juanita Bynum. Check her out.
There's 21 people in this building that God said will give $1,000. He said 21 people in this building, come now wherever you are. Give me an envelope. Give me some envelopes. He said 21 people, come now wherever you are. $1,000 ain't nothing in comparison to what God's gonna do. I didn't call for buckets yet, y'all. It ain't nothing. There's promotions that you want. You're not gonna get it until you make that sacrifice to God. Line up right here. I know what I'm talking about. Older and younger. I know you in here because the prophecy don't lie. The Spirit of the Lord don't lie. The Spirit of the Lord don't lie. The Spirit of the Lord don't lie. He's not a lying spirit. He said 21 people in here. If God wasn't talking, nobody would have moved. He said 21 people in this building. That's what He means. He said 21 people in this building. How do I know God is talking to me? Because you got it. That's how I know God is talking to you. Because it's in your account right now. Because it's on your credit card right now. That's how I know God is talking to you.
Man, these people are straight up wolves, dude, in sheep's clothing. Their only main concern is money. That's it. That's the premise of all their sermons. They may start off talking about something else, but it always goes back to money. Money, 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 money. And they asking for these dumbass, ridiculous amounts. You know, people don't have bread like that. You know what makes you think somebody can give you a whole $1,000 and they got bills they have to pay? You know, you come into church in your Phantom or your Maybach and they on a skateboard. You know, it makes no sense. Here's another example. Check this out. Just more foolishness. More prosperity foolishness. Look at this nonsense. Just a bunch of nonsense. This guy's sitting here wading through the money. And the reason I'm doing the voiceover on this part, because they were playing music in the background. I don't want to get a copyright strike. Even if it is gospel, it doesn't matter. Look at this dude, man. These people are going up here putting all their bread. And I know it's their money. They can do what they want to do with it. But they just they using this music to put people in a trance, to make you come up there and give. And there's a reason why Lucifer is in charge of music. He was in charge of music in heaven. because music does things to people. Music makes you cry. It can make you happy. It can make you sad. It can make you feel guilty. This is the power of music. Now, heck, your boy Creflo Dollar, hell, he done joined in on the festivities. Wolves in sheep clothing, man. It's all these cats are, all these prosperity preachers. And I have several examples that I can put on here. This video could be like 2 hours long of how many examples I can put on here. These guys just concentrating on nothing but money. Male pastors and female pastors. Now, this ain't all of them. So I'm not picking on everyone that stands in the pulpit, so let's not get that misconstrued. You know, I personally know people who are pastors that they don't talk about this at all. They don't do that. They preach the word and they move on. They're not prosperity preachers. They're not up in 501c3 churches to where they're all tax exempt. They're not pulling up in $100,000+ vehicles and wearing a $40,000 Rolex and have $15,000 to $20,000 suits that they wear and live in the lap of luxury. I'm not talking about those guys. I'm talking about these guys who fleece the flock. They guilt trip you into giving money. They use fear tactics to think you go, if you don't do this, you're going to hell. You're not supposed to use fear tactics, man, to get someone to give money or just give, period. That's not of God. You don't use fear tactics to do that. That's a form of manipulation. And these guys are nothing but pimps in the pulpit, and they sit there and just straight pimping. It's pimping 101, and everybody fall for it every Sunday, giving away billions of dollars a year to this thing, because like I said before, you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot buy your way into heaven. So please don't think that. Anyway, it's your boy MrMelvinnTV. Just want to bring you my little 2 cents on these pimps in the pulpit, man. These prosperity preachers, how they sit there and fleece the flock and use this music to put you in a trance and do all this stuff to where you can give money that you really don't have while you go back home and struggle. Because the minute you need help, the minute you need a bill paid, the minute your kids need some college tuition paid, ain't nobody got no money now. It's just crazy. Anyway, MrMelvinnTV, I'll holler back. Deuces.